that. Why get your own wombo combo when you can just steal the other teams? Although RP much harder to steal than say a black hole, and Chain Frost. I think Chain Frost you could steal if you're really fast. You can steal Chain Frost pretty quickly. So there is some pretty oh my goodness.
10 seconds remaining.
I will be honest, I was eating in the break, and
5 seconds remaining.
Clearly a bad idea. Red banning out the Juggernaut. They want to get rid of Magnus partners. Jug, a great one. PA, Ember Spirit. Who else is a really bonkers Magnus partner? He works okay with range heroes now. Used to just Empower, did not work that well with range. It didn't give any cleave.
10 seconds remaining.
Really, Jug, PA, Ember, really, Void, pretty much any Battle Fury building hero, because then they can, or Sven. There's a lot of Sven would be disgusting with Empower and an RP. Oh my goodness. I really think Red might want to ban him out. LSC might go for it. I think in this case, Red might want to just go for a pick-off style draft. Like, don't ever put yourself in a position to be caught by LSC's wombo combo. This game, they probably won't pick up something like a Naga to try to counter-engage. The Slark ban from LSC makes a lot of sense, because if he gets Dark Pact off before the RP, he will purge off the stun from RP and then can Shadow Dance and turn around and fight it. So I do like the Slark ban coming from LSC. I think it's a very good reaction to protect their draft and to prevent Team Red. And Slark would also go great in Red's team as a
10 seconds
if they want to do pickoffs.
5 seconds remaining.
I've lost all, I wouldn't say hope for Gyrocopter, but he has been banned. Has not been picked or banned every game, and Red do remove that PA, another one of those heroes that just synergizes so well with the Magnus. This does leave something like a Sven. So they still have some choices. LSE, I wonder when they'll decide to pick that. The Lich again secures their lanes very well. LSE could also pick a Monkey King for themselves. It's another hero that goes pretty good with the Magnus. More parts of the Wombo combo with the Boundless Strike Jingu, the Jingu Boundless Strike into RP'd heroes. It's just devastating. Help that hero farm very quickly. I think LSC have a lot of choices with their draft right now. Spectre banned. Here we've seen both teams use in this series, but are removed for this third game.
Radiant team
and LSC go for a Sniper, something that Team Red weren't able to ban this time, as they were focusing on the Magnus partners. So Red, a hero that they have not, I don't remember the last time I cast the game that I saw Team Red let a Sniper through. A hero that they clearly do not want to play against at all.
10 seconds remaining.
So I'm curious. Did LSC find the Achilles heel of Team Red? Team Red, they're either going to need to go for pickoffs, and they have like a Clock and a Rubik, which are great in that, or go for like more like a bigger team fight, or hard engage. That's a great hero against something like Sniper. You can just get in on the hero. Getting an Axe can even protect your teammates through an RP because of the damage reduction when you ult. I believe it's damage reduction. I think I'm thinking of the right ult. With Ags, it'll be a while before he gets an Ags, most likely. But I like it against Sniper because you can just run at that hero. He has no built-in mobility, so if you just ult and charge him, it could easily be a killed Sniper, especially because LSC's only real peel for that Sniper is slows, which don't affect you during Stampede, and Skewer. But Bloodseeker's Rupture, not really a hard stun, but definitely a way to discourage running anywhere. Though Centaur tanky enough, and with a Blade Mail, could probably just kill Blood with his own ult. And then Red grabbing a Morph, another hero that actually does really well against Bloodseeker because he can just Morph Strength and run away. Sniper also struggles against that hero. Team Red have adapted really well, getting heroes to just dive in on the Sniper while still maintaining a pretty good-looking draft. Their off lane, I think, looks probably better. LSC's team has no hard stuns yet, except for the RP. So I'm a little...
5 seconds remaining.
I worry a little bit for LSC. but the Wombo combo is there. Bloodseeker, not a traditional, I think, Magnus like combo hero. And with their last support, I think Lion is still there. I wouldn't mind seeing LSC pick Lion again. I know it hasn't really gone wonderfully for them in the games that they played it, but this game, pretty good against Morph. Decent against like Centaur, can peel for your sniper. You need more stuns. I really think LSC, the biggest concern for me is just the lack of stuns, especially against a Morphling. They're really never going to kill that hero. The AA ban was a great choice by Red. I think it just goes great with what LSC have. The Bloodseeker synergizes with it really well. You have the Wombo, the Ice Blast plus RP plus Chain Frost can just kill all 5 of your heroes. And Ancient Apparition destroys Morphling's life if he hits him with the ult. So I think good ban. Red looking for their mid hero. I think they have a lot of options. If they want something that just beats the sniper.
5 seconds remaining.
Hard to say, actually. They probably won't get Monkey King again because it struggles against sniper. Quap might not be bad. Again, no real stuns. A hero that just goes crazy with when they can right click or when they're free to move around, I think would be great. A Lincoln Sphere is going to put in massive amounts of work as they only have a couple spells to really pop that besides the Blood ult. But Red, I think I like the look of Templar Assassin just because they don't really have damage over times for her. And if LSC would like panic pick a Viper or something, that's like horrible for them. So I like the sound of TA, Queen of Pain, just those mids that are able to just like, when you don't kill them, when you don't control them, just able to go completely insane. Ember, probably not even that bad because, again, no hard stuns. Ember would be able to just really roam the game, but they're going to go for a Zeus. More AoE damage. That's similar to like TA or something. He can just freely hang back, throw out those lightning bolts, get some crazy chip damage, and LSC, I think, are going to need a lot done from their last support. Lion, I do like a lot. They could get a roaming support too, because right now they don't seem to have a lot of mobility around the map, able to really make plays happen early or often. So I very much... like what Team Red have right now, but this Nyx Assassin, that's something that they really can benefit from. Great against Morph, great against Zeus. I like this a lot. But is it gonna be enough? I think LSC's draft has the wow factor when you get the mag ult, but it's just like that first game where they really needed, you know, the chrono. They might be too reliant on the RP. Team Red's draft looking very solid, but if they lose their lanes, it could be very bad for them.
10 seconds remaining.
Though Red have done a great job
5 seconds
just
remaining.
winning their lanes. Though again, I think there's lots of great sniper counters that Red have. The Nyx pick is my favorite pick, I think, from LSC. I just think it's just a good pick. Great against Zeus, pretty good against Nyx. But will that pick by itself be enough? The pick that I'm not sold on the most is the Bloodseeker. I think there was a lot of cores that they could have picked over Bloodseeker to really, like, actually, you know, like, I think Sven would have been decent. Anti-Mage was in the pool. Yeah, it goes late, but it's also great against Zeus. It's one of the few carries that, like, can only one Morphling going super late. I don't know. It looks rough for LSC, but stranger things have happened. And now on the side of Team Red, we've got Fire Fist on the Centaur, Root playing the Clockwork, Nubles on Zeus, Neo playing the Morphling, and last but not least, Mist on the Rubik. Then on the other side of the map, we got Tar going mid with this sniper, Ziggy playing the Magnus Distant Echo on Lich, Aegisworn on the Nyx Assassin, and Snapped playing the Bloodseeker. Will he be able to do this Bloodseeker? I am... there's potential. You know, you've got like the Blood Rage and Power thing going on. And like Blood Rage goes great with Sniper, but then the hero is also squishier.
"30 seconds to battle."
Huh.
Oh, my lord!
I guess Zeus is pretty swole in that skin. So again, well, it depends on how the lanes go, and like if this Bloodseeker has a good time, then he'll probably be okay, I think. But without if the Blood has a bad lane, and especially if the Sniper has a bad lane, they're in real trouble. Root. Oh, Ziggy! He loses his rune, but Root gonna lose his TP, forced to use it early. Nicely done.
Whose side was I on again?
Can just TP away. Gonna go back to his lane. Nicely done. So will that fun little play set the tone for the whole game, or will it just be another red victory? Though it is going to be sort of hard for him to last it against Sniper, not even from a damage perspective, but because his right-click animation is so bad. Oh, and that was fast first blood as Lich dying in the bot lane. Ziggy gonna skewer this Rubik away, but they've just got to be careful about that battery assault. Lich has sacrifice up in just a few seconds. Up top, Fire Fist. Very hard to zone this hero. No, a lift onto Distant Echo. They don't have battery assault. Oh, yes, they do. If Distant Echo gets away from the creeps, he needs to be by his teammates for this. He's trying to run away, but forced to move in weird ways means he's taking a lot of right-click damage, and it looks like he should die here. The Skewer not going to force Root into the tower range, and another kill on the Lich. The safe lane, just, they can't really do anything about it. The Rubik and the Clockwork just sitting so far forward, preventing Ziggy from getting in, able to do anything against this guy. Meanwhile, Fire Fist is able to lane fairly well. My current opinion is you sacrifice not the Lich spell, you just sack Magnus, because he just needs to get a 6, and you go and try to beat the Centaur. Oh, another skewer forward, but Ziggy getting very, very low. There is waveform. It's not a lot of damage at low levels, though. All the while, mid Sniper is slightly ahead, but it's just barely a couple minutes into this game. Lich picking up that haste, saving his life from that Clockwork once again. So the lanes right now, I think this giving Morphling a free lane is, if you thought that Venge was scary, this Morphling, if he has as good a lane as he did last game, this game is pretty much over before it begins. So I just don't think they have like anything to deal with that. And the double edge damage on Snapped with that Blood Rage, it's a double-edged sword. Ironically, he was hit by a double edge, but he takes, what is it, 25% increased damage from an already really large high damage skill. But fortunately, he's able to heal up, although Fire Fist looking a little bit aggressive. Ziggy at the bot. This guy, that he played really well last game on that spec, but Nubles made things difficult for him. Though, and Zeus can pressure lanes without being in them, thanks to his ult. And that's 4 Mango Nyx out. Look at that regen, man. 7.6. Nutty. Nutty. A good 2-man stun. Has a double edge. Probably doesn't want to throw it out at this exact moment in time. The nice thing is Bloodseeker pretty hard to be denied just because of his Blood Rage damage increase. Yeah, and that instant auto attack. This mid lane, I think it becomes hard for Noobles. Yeah, once Shrapnel starts coming out, and I feel like this mid also another really important lane for really both sides. Noobles has really, I feel like, been the tempo setter for Red in a lot of these games. But if he has a bad lane, he can't really do that. But Fire Fist, also another high impact player who is having a great time. The Centaur level 4, a higher level than the Bloodseeker. And I can tell you as someone who plays a lot of the off lane, when that happens, you just feel, one, it should never happen. Two, but when it does, it's disgusting. And speaking of disgusting, Noobles could be in trouble, slowed up by the Shrapnel, caught in the Impale, and I suspect this is a very dead Zeus. Deicide by Tar. Lightning Bolt, Aegisworn getting low, but not quite able to finish him off. A good attempt to turn around while Distant Echo dying bot to Neo. And soon Sniper will be level 6, and Noobles only level 4. One creep away from level 6. A long TP thanks to the Nyx Assassin. But once the Assassinate comes in, I think he's going to have a very rough time. They may want to move another support here and just pressure this Sniper. He is a very gankable hero. But the lane's not going that bad for LSC. The only hero that they've really lost is the Magnus and okay, honestly, it was just the Lich. So the only lane being rough for them at all is the bot lane, and really it's just the Lich dying, which is not that bad at all.
Death and gold are linked.
But Fire Fist will soon have Stampede, making kills harder to get. I wonder if Tar is one of the... Yep, I was going to say, going to spam out that Assassinate. But at bot, they're going after the Magnus. He already used that Seer, canceling it, trapped in the cogs. They're trying to protect him, but they're just not able to. Neo here now has a waveform, zips forward, 2 points in that morph, and an auto attack is all he needs. But at top, they managed to get that Centaur. Interesting, he was basically full, but ooh, barely going to survive. These heroes all getting very, very low. Noobles. Uh-oh. Not level 6 yet on this Zeus, and now spotted by the Bloodseeker. One more Assassinate does the trick. Noobles has no healing. Needs to be careful trying to walk to that shrine. There is a Nyx Assassin on the prowl. Shrining up. Nyx probably not going to go in after that shrine gets popped, but the lanes, Tar, this is the first time this series he's won his lane. I'm gonna say he's definitely winning that lane. Zeus is 6, but is a full level behind. Is also a little bit of CS behind. Noobles, what are you doing, bud? They've got the clockwork here. Tar fairly low. One lightning bolt could be all that they need. Another zap, the ult, and battery assault, finishing him off. A killing spree for Root, who is just going off on this clock. And honestly, whenever I see him play clock, he does very, very well. And this is what they need to continue to do, I think, to guarantee that Noobles is able to really set the tempo with the Zeus, to really have a good game. Stampede and more aggression, and ooh, Fire Fist finding a kill onto the Bloodseeker. Sorry for all of these T-Tours again, it's been a little while since my last cast. Noobles can finish his Arcane Boots, sending the crew to the Secret Shop now. Very greedy mid, eating all of his team's shrines, but wants to ensure that he's able to stay in this lane, get XP and get farm, and have a high impact. But LSC, their lanes are going reasonably well. They much better than they have in the past, although they're down 4 kills. Interesting to see a sniper farming jungle. We don't normally see that. He farms it very, very slowly. Noobles, or Root, I don't know why I said Noobles, queuing up his Urn of Shadows, harassing Ziggy, will possibly force the Skewer away. Oh, the Impale, not enough mana, has several mangoes though. The DD stolen from that Sniper, very important that he doesn't get it. A good Impale, Shrapnel coming down, does see the TP coming in, so they shouldn't make any kind of play on this. I don't know if they even could. The level 6 blood does mean he has that setup potential onto the Centaur. The Centaur's ult up in just a few seconds. Perhaps his team will try to do something with that Stampede. And the bot lane still not level 6 yet on Ziggy. But neither on this morph. They've had the support stand here soaking a lot of XP from Neo. And now, speaking of supports being down in the bot lane, Aegisworn has come to try to perhaps tilt the scales a little bit. Snapped. Heals a little bit off of that, but needs to stay away from Fire Fist. I think if he gets stomped and then double-edged, he actually just dies. Oh, the Centaur standing still now. Does get hit by that Impale, and they're being safe. They're keeping that Bloodseeker away from this guy until he's silenced. Not able to double edge. He will die, but Distant Echo also going to die again at the bot lane. This Lich, 4 deaths at just 9 minutes. Really tough game for this guy, but that hero doesn't need a whole lot to contribute. So it's, of all the heroes to go 0 and 4 on in this game, Lich is the best one to do. Or the least bad one? I don't know.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ziggy has the RP now, but until Lich gets 6, or if the sniper or the blood's not there, there's really no follow-up play to that. Both top bounty runes going to be snagged by the Dire. In fact, they got that bot one too.
Is under attack.
So a lot more gold. 80 gold per bounty rune, it looks like, for each player here. Noobles spots one, but the Lich is here too. Has to be a little bit careful. He's low on mana. Can ult, but I think he's okay. Oh, missed. There is a shrine. They force it out. Shrapnel. Rubik not going to chase any further than that. No shrapnel charges for 10 seconds, but an assassin is all it needs. But snapped up top once again, trying to keep that cancel. Nice cancel from Root. Saving the Rubik, but snapped again, killing Fire Fist with help of that Nyx assassin. All they need to do is just set up for the silence so that he can't turn and fight, and that ult prevents him from running away. I would really like him to have the TPs ready. It just doesn't seem like it. But then he's against the Nyx. Okay, so it's very difficult to actually get that TP out, I think, with the Nyx assassin there. And Aegis has been playing very, very well with this Nyx assassin, who's made literally all of his team's kills happen. And with Vendetta, can make some more kills start to happen. So Nooble's still a bit behind on XP. The Blood and the Sniper are having a great lane, and now Aegis. Noobles needs to be careful. I don't think they saw that Nyx hit 6. He gets it off. The stun won't connect, though. So LSC, I think, are playing this exactly the way they need to if they're going to win. The lanes are going fairly well for them. The Neo getting out CS'd by the Blood. Blood also a much higher level than Neo, as the supports haven't really been with the Bloodseeker. He hasn't needed them, and he's not in a Lich lane. Bloodseeker has the ult, but just an immediate TP. No Impale, and Fire Fist is out of there. Safe and sound. Snapped Yasha on the way on that courier. But it's really, he was having a great time until the Blood hit 6 and until that Nyx assassin just started pestering him. Oh, they see that Blood. Can they kill him? The ult too. He's getting very, very low. One more auto and a lightning bolt will do it from Nooble's, trying to feed that kill to the Zeus. Arcane rune on Tar, which means another 14-second cooldown on Assassinate from 15. Distant Echo.
Radiant's middle tower
Coming
is
top,
under
wants to get
attack.
some solo XP, get that 6. Very important level up for the entire LSC lineup. A Vendetta Nyx Assassin, they get the lift. Frost Armor stolen, not what they wanted. The double edge should finish him, but a lightning bolt from Zeus.
That's all it
What they
takes
get
to kill
instead.
you?
Now Blood coming in, they need to be careful about that. There's a Vendetta Nyx here, they don't know that though. Oh, it looks like he really wants to get Noobles. The Impale gonna hit him too. Fire Fist trapped inside this Blood right, and Noobles just trying to escape, but not gonna be able to. Nyx hunts him down. Will they be able to kill this Centaur? He's very tanky, and the Blood ult ending in just 1 second. There is another Impale in a couple seconds. He turns his attention to this Nyx, a double edge. Gets him very, very low, but Fire Fist gonna die. Root up here now, wants to try to find somebody. Has his cogs, trapping this guy inside. He has 2 urn charges. They might actually be able to kill Snaps here. The hookshot too, and the battery assault just chipping him down. He's so low. Root making all the big plays happen, but now himself needs to get out of here. There's no more shrapnel, so he can't follow into the trees. Not the best that could have been for Red, but definitely not the worst. They come out on top, just a few 100 gold advantage for them.
Dire's
Sending
middle
Noobles
tower
down
is
bot
under attack.
to get some more More XP, more gold. He's got his Kaya done, a great item on Zeus. But Sniper has a Maelstrom already, so a lot of damage coming out from the Sniper. Just this early, like getting a Maelstrom proc plus the auto attack is that hurts a lot. They're very fortunate that it does not give, ooh, no.
Flattening you was no hunch.
They easily pick him off. This Nyx Assassin, he's been a part of all but one of his team's kills. I really think Red are just disrespecting it. They have no sentry wards around the map. They have one on the Rubik. But Zeus, they're just moving him around without knowing where the Nyx is, and it's an easy kill. Things are starting to look very good for LSC. Neo, he's done okay in this game, but like again, he just didn't get the kind of farm, the kind of experience that the Sniper did, and he's likely to die here. No TP rotations coming in. He might have morphed on accident, but Tar will die for that. And I think it was a bit of a mistake on the Red part. They were so fixated on getting kills on this Lich when it doesn't matter. Getting kills on the Lich means next to nothing for Red. Especially if that means that Neo is not getting solo XP. And I think he definitely could have been. And all 4 runes stolen by Team LSC. Another nice little gold spike for them. Fire Fist being stalked by Aegisworn. And Neo relegated to the jungle. Taking a look at the overall net worth of these heroes, we have 3 dire cores at the top. This Magnus has 2 kills. LSC definitely making Red work for it this game, and if it keeps up this way, we may be forced to a game 4, but it's just 15 minutes, so far too early to call. But things are looking difficult. This Nyx Assassin, Aegis, is playing in unbelievably well on this Nyx. I would like to see a sentry ward here. They have one up here now, that's fine. Not the best position, but it's alright. And then somewhere up here as well. Snapped SNY will be complete soon. Get that maim, allow him to hunt down heroes, especially those like the Zeus who are largely immobile. And once BKBs come out, it will be very, very difficult, I think, to actually get any kills for the hero like Zeus. Even Centaur will struggle. And he's getting gone on. He has a TP, immediately using it. There's no one there to follow up and cancel that TP.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Both teams popping the fortification. Nubles could be in trouble, but he's going on Mist instead. The Impale and an auto will do it. Lich actually getting that last hit. And a 2k gold lead now for LSC. It could always turn around once team fights break out. They do lack a lot of stuns, but their damage is going to be incredibly high, especially when they start getting Empower on this Bloodseeker. And this tier 1 tower going to fall as SNY flies out on the Crow. And I think it's really in LSC's court. They're 4k gold ahead now.
Radiant's top tower is under
LSC,
attack.
again, they need to win this game. And if they don't, they are eliminated, or more like defeated, as there's no more games to be played after this series.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Magnus with that blink means those RPs coming in much more easily. They get that scan, they see that their weapon's broken, they get the hook shot onto the Sniper. Bloodseeker's here too, the Blood Right not going to help his teammate. 2 heroes silence, but no way they can follow up. Nyx Assassin maybe wants to go for something, but it's risky. He gets a stun. Nubles not going to get hit. He does get the Vendetta hit though, but Centaur far too tanky for them to engage on.
Boom! There it goes.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
So Red gonna need to get a few more kills like that, especially as a mag TPs. He could get a good RP here, but they're backing off. And oh, Root's been found, snapped. Ping's coming out. They know where each other are, but Root is gonna bail out. All the while, Neo just trying to farm. If they can get this more fed, I think they can definitely still win this game. And really, it's only a 2k advantage. Right now, I think LSC are playing their draft just the way that they need to. Oh, they see Nubles. He needs to TP right now. He's got it going. Are they going to be able to get him? One more auto. Just a little too slow on that TP from that Zeus. And a nice kill for Snapped. Is this? I mean, this Blood has had like a free lane. Okay, well he's quarantined. Perhaps. For some reason, I barely noticed those deaths. I do apologize.
Radiant's top tower is getting walloped.
And Tar even 1 and 3. Even so, they're still ahead on net worth. I think it's just really come down to farm. And really, it's just been the farm. These heroes have farmed much better. Neo, who is now catching up, was left, had his supports around so much that, again, wasn't able to get a lot of solo XP, but now recovering really, really nicely and catching up to these heroes in terms of levels, but still just a little bit behind. This poor Lich has 1,800 net worth. Look at this. He really needs to get that. Oh, his GPM talent's level 20. That's disappointing.
Dire just fortified their structures.
This tier 1 getting low, not quite in deny range yet. So Centaur maybe going to try to stop that, but needs to be careful against that Blood. He's ruptured. I think you just try to watch. Honestly, it's fine. Nice attempt. Okay, baiting out 2 ults and a Magnus charge. Once Neo, the Lincoln Sphere on the has a ton of value for this Morphling. It's going to be a great item for him, I think. Bounty runes are up. Let's see if Red get them this time. They're gonna at least get the 1, but it doesn't appear that they'll get any others. And it's a good source of gold, I think. I wonder, Red probably want to get some wards on that. Aegis scouting has his blink too. This Nyx is actually pretty wealthy. Zeus a little bit behind, 2.2. Okay, that's a pretty huge number actually. 2.2k behind, and Centaur very much dead. Gets that Stampede going, but not going to amount to anything. Nubles is here now, needs to be very careful. This is not where he wants to be at all. The RP going to trap him here too. Root getting that hook shot, but they just don't get anything. They stole the RP, but will they be able to get anything with the Aegis Sword? Not going to get caught. Miss trying to get in position with it, but just going to die. And now a TP out from Clock. He should be able to escape that. But an excellent fight for LSC, jumping that Centaur, and an overly ambitious follow-up from T-Red trying to save their teammate, but sometimes you just have to cut your losses, and now that tower denied in the mid, and they're going to lose their mid tower. A good amount of gold going the way of LSC, but Neo still farming, and now he's at the top of the net worth.
Radiant's middle tower was
this morph is really the X factor, I think. Right now it appears Red are struggling pretty, except Root, who is 6-0 on the clock, but a lot of Red is having a hard time. Oh, and Rubik is 1-2-9. But like the Centaur is having a bad time. Zeus isn't doing great. But once this morph can just delete, like the sniper just dies to the morph. Blood not going for BKB means he can also blow him up very quickly, especially if Blood is Blood Raged. And the morph tied on net worth with these 2 other cores. Spouted by this ward. An early gem may be a good investment for, like if they get it on Root, who's just clearly never going to die.
Do it with flair.
No, they smoked. I don't think they were spotted because the ward is over here. They do have their scan. They may want to use it. The Nyx Assassin will break their smoke. They do have dust. They have a ward. It's gone. Nyx Assassin breaks their dust, gets the stun, and without any dust in their pockets, except on that clock, there's no way to catch him out. Oh, Fire Fist, a great blink stomp on 2. Going after Tar, gets the double edge onto the Lich. But is there any follow-up? Is there anyone else here to help? They get the lift onto an illusion. It's not the right hero. The real sniper over here, a blink forward, hook shot following him, but actually weird interaction. Tar gonna go up to the high ground, and now Root trying to fight up on his lonesome. Now the Bloodseeker roll on to this guy to zero to cancel, and he gets killed off by that Blood Right. Is there any other kind of follow-up? Both teams losing 1, then 2 heroes as Mist dying to Snapped, getting himself a double kill. And Root, his first death of the game, possibly coming in, but he gets a great cogs trying to get it. Oh, he's trapped! The tree! He can't move! And he gets popped in the head by that sniper. Very unfortunate positioning on those cogs. Oh, Neo, don't want to underestimate your opponents. Oh, and Nubles is in a very bad location. I think this guy is dead. A double kill for Tar 2. 4 heroes dead for, I think they got somebody, I think. After that whole thing, I'm pretty sure someone died. I don't know. But now we see a 6K gold lead for a 7K gold lead for LSC. XP, similar, actually almost the exact same, 7.5K. Neo with his Lincolns can be popped by the mana burn, and they have an RP. Magnus trying to find it. Ziggy gets the skewer. Is he going to be able to wait for him away in time? Nope. Just massacred and dominating as LSC hit the on switch.
He's under attack.
And that's the hero. They really cannot afford deaths on Neo. He's the only hero right now on their team who's got decent net worth. The Zeus has okay items like Blink Kaya, but he's just so far behind. Though, he's got his Ghost Scepter already. If he can just farm up that Eagle Song, he can shotgun heroes like the Sniper, who's got his Hurricane Pike, which really saved him here in that fight, getting able to push himself back up to the high ground and just plink away at enemy heroes. Nubel's now scouting for wards. Will he find them? Bounty runes are up. Oh, Fire Fist just TPs away. Nyx, can he get the Impale? Nope. So 2 bounty runes for each team. 3 bounty runes actually for the Radiant, as Nubels picks up that one. The first time I think they actually come out on top on bounty runes this game. Aegis-Sworn hunting Neo, although there is a ward right there. They see this Nyx assassin. They're maybe positioning to try to catch him. They have a hook shot. Dust launching forward the hook, catching him after his blink. The battery assault taking down Aegis, trying to do that dance, trying to get in on this, and just gets ripped to shreds by Neo. An excellent hook shot from Root. They're standing underneath a ward here, though. Will they be able to scout it? A nice pick for this Morphling, who's still 1,600 gold away from his Eagle Song. Snapped, queuing up that BKB. I wonder if Sniper has the same idea. They both do indeed. That makes things difficult. Until Morphling gets a couple items after his Eagle Song, he won't really be able to, like once he gets a Scotty, he can probably just man fight them. But the BKBs nullify Zeus. They don't really do anything, like Clock doesn't do anything. They're gonna need to get some kind of jump, like a good Centaur Stomp, and then just blow somebody to bits in the time that they have. Oh, do they have vision? Do they know? A good stomp, jump forward, onto one, Lightning Bolt Rocket, and instantly killing Snaps, dying to Fire Fist. A good spree ended. Pinging. They might want to go for Ziggy, but it looks like LSC backing off. Playing very cautiously after losing their blood. If Red can just do that, just get a few picks, then they can get back into this game. Especially the Zeus really needs to be involved, really needs to get his items. Especially getting an Ags, the Nimbus is... I think there's only a few heroes where Ags is like core, and Zeus is one of them. The Nimbus is a massive, massive damage increase, and I think it's something that he absolutely wants to pick up as soon as he possibly can. I believe Rubik has he might have had Blood Rage. I don't know how Zeus got that. But another good 2 wards here that have yet to be scouted out by Team Red, who need to be just placed so carefully against this Nyx assassin. He has just set up so many kills for his team. He's 3, 2, and 10. This guy is putting in so much work. And the BKB done on Sniper. So once those BKBs come out, fights are going to become so difficult for Team Red. They have so much magic damage if they can get the jump on somebody before... Oh, Neo, his Lincoln's broke. He needs to get out of here. More strength at the least. He waveforms away, not taking any damage. A stomp won't hit anybody. Fire Fist in the trees. He's stuck. They get the dust out. Shrapnel revealing 3 heroes in the tree line. Stampede trying to disengage. I think they want to get out of here. The Zeus ult 2 coming in. Blood getting very, very low, but not low enough. The Chain Frost not going to bounce at all. A hook shot from the Clockwork onto the Lich. Fire Fist getting fairly low. though. So is Egg. Is snapped also low, but Tar, the stolen Chain Frost. But look at this race car guy go. He's trying to outrun this Chain Frost. Look at him. He's not going to get away from it, though. He does finally die. But Tar able to just sit back, relax, and fire away. A triple kill. And now an RP could lead to yet another kill. Waveform is up, and with the Strength Morph already on, it will be very, very hard to actually kill Neo. Oh, he sees a DD rune. He morphs into that Magnus. And does manage to back away. A 3-for-3 trade, and when you're behind like this, 3 for 3 is, uh-oh, looks like they're gonna find more. Noobles popped, the DD picked up by Tar, and now Neo could be in trouble. He's gotta maybe warp that strength, maybe defend himself with a defensive ethereal blade, but he's not able to just yet. He's got to get away from this guy, and he's just barely alive. The Link is saving him. Waveform. I think he gets out of here, but now Magnus blinking forward after defensive ethereal. He's trying to buy himself time. He throws the stun out, but he's gonna die. Oh, but will they get Tar off of this? The stolen shrapnel and the slow the stomp not going to hit, but he's slow enough. The Hurricane Pike, double edge in the last tower shot of a rocket will finish him. Now they're trying to get Ziggy, the shrapnel, keeping him from blinking away. They see this guy, but he's only got a few seconds till his blink is up. He can get it. No, the auto from the Rubik and the urn. Looks like Ziggy probably going to die too. Jumping down to the high ground. Blink's following him everywhere. And now they've got the skewer up there. Oh, the stomp not going to hit, but the hook shot will. A lengthy chase from both teams. And I believe ultimately all 5 heroes on both sides did die. But even just for the sniper and just for the mag, they get 2.1k gold and 4k experience. So Red do sort of win that fight. It didn't go like that BKB on Tar. He was just able to chill out, kill heroes. You know, do whatever. Neo trying desperately to survive, but just not able to. Is Tar level 20? He is 21. Interesting that he goes through the Assassinate cast time. I think the knockback distance is... Oh, Neo, you gotta get out of there. He waveforms, doesn't take any damage. Morphing strength, now trying to hide, but he's trapped in the trees. No one's around. He turns into the next assassin, but ends up squishier than he was. And they have a great team to just kill. I thought it was gonna be really hard to kill this morph, but they've been doing a good job on it. But now they get onto this Neko, popping him. But a Lich for a morph across the map, you take that trade every day.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hero levels. Sniper Tar, the dominant force in this game. He's 3k gold ahead almost, or more like 2.3k gold ahead of the Morphling in farm. He'll have a Molnir soon. 600 or so gold away. Fortification coming now. The tier 2 in mid dying for the Dire, and are they going to be able to find any kind of rotation? They're keeping in. Noobles needs to not get caught by this Nyx. Bunch of canceled TPs. Red playing very carefully around these fights, especially when it involves the Sniper and the Bloodseeker. Crimson Guard will help a pretty good amount, actually. They probably want to get a pipe, though, just if for no other reason than the Lich Ball. Neo trying to farm up his Eye of Scotty. A DD rune at bot. Neither team kills Roche incredibly quickly, but I think LSC do it much faster than Team Red. The only hero that does any damage to Roche is the Morphling, and with that DD, they may consider it. I think otherwise you don't go for it, but getting an Aegis on your hero, your Morph, would be incredibly important. Just look at them shred this Roshan. They've got a scan, but Dire, you know, this Roshan is going on. It's dying so fast thanks to the damage. Look at that damage. He does 500. Picking up the Aegis now. And this could be the time for Team Red to come back into this game. They're still behind a lot on their cores, especially that Zeus, but with an Aegis on Neo, anything is possible. They can definitely try to win a fight. I don't know if I'd go high ground against RP with that ward, though. They might try to get this blood. He does just get his 10-second BKB. Oh, a lift onto one, and they delete the Lich. Could force his buyback. A stolen Empower. Yeah, they do have a pipe already. Okay, I'd like to see a 4-step on the Centaur too, actually. Just kind of like the same reason you get it on Slardar. Get better positioning for the stomps.
is here.
The DD is down, but look at all this agility he has. That's a ton of damage with that shotgun. If he does manage to hit the sniper with it, I don't think the sniper does live through the combo. And Nyx, of course, lives through the combo because he can just carapace it. But it gets him low enough that I don't know how comfortable he is fighting. Neo needs to be careful. Taking a lot of damage, but morphing strength, and it has an Aegis. This high ground siege would be very hard, and I don't even think they go for it anymore. They don't have vision. Magnus is split pushing.
Radiant's top tower.
They're not really doing a whole lot. They get a lift onto one. Can they get this Nyx? If they can pop the Nyx, then maybe there's a chance. But the Chain Frost bouncing around the pipe pop, tealing these heroes. This Chain Frost gets onto the creep wave, waveforming away from it, trying to get people low. But Magnus just continuing to split push. They gotta be careful for his TP when he comes back. He does have one, and if he gets an RP, Fire Fist taking a ton of damage. Needs to get away from that Blood Right. Still inside of it. Morphing strength now on Neo. He gets that stun off the hook shot. They slaughter that Blood. He's dead already. Tons of damage coming into him. But now missed very, very low. Fade Bolt. Tar getting low. The massive long duration, long range stun. Does he tick down to that urn? He's so barely alive. He needs to get back to the mountain, but he loses the Zeus. Root trying to fight. Snap with his BKB popped after that buyback. Keeps going in deep, going in far, but he does have need to be careful about that Aegis. Sniper living is probably the most important thing that happens in that fight. Root getting caught, gonna pop.
You? There's one in every family.
And despite that fight barely favoring Team Red, actually. They lose 3 heroes. And if they're not careful, they could lose 4. Neo needs to waveform away. But because of that Bloodseeker buyback, they get about 900 gold for Team Red. So Blood now with the dieback. If he dies again, that will be very, very bad for them. But look at that damage this guy does with the Blood Rage, with the Empower, man.
Radiant's middle
Tower is basically dead. The shotgun, ooh, just barely alive. He's really gonna want to get this. Stampede away and snapped. Ugh, just a little bit more agility, and that you do not live through that. Now after Ziggy, the slow zipping forward, he really wants this Neo trying to find something for himself, but then turns the sense to disconnect with the hemorrhage coming in. He still has an Aegis, but Neo, without mana, not really able to pursue the double edge, finishing one, and then Rubik blinking forward that Fade Bolt, able to kill another. A nice couple picks, and oh, Tar. Be lifted, dust coming out, but missed, not able to get that lift in time. The hook shot. Wait, where did the hook shot go? Did he? Uh-oh. He hits the creeps. Definitely not the dream, but there's a DD rune here, and this Aegis has made the fights much, much easier for Team Red, although that Aegis did just expire, or at least possibly get taken. For the last few minutes have been very, very good for Team Red. Allowing them to win several fights. Like, they haven't won them really hard, but they've won them. There's no buyback on the Blood. The shotgun forward actually stunning himself, but still does a ton of damage. Not for that Carapace. I think Aegis may have just died. Vengeance is popped. There is an RP, and no more Aegis. Nyx able to provide a lot of information for his team, but Red just turning their attention to this top tower. Neo is still so far behind, or Nubels, I should say, still so far behind. 4K net worth behind even the Magnus, but I guess they just need him for his magical burst. The blink stun, then the shotgun from the Morphling to finish it up one. A great hook shot, 2 inside the cogs. This is the dream. They get the force staff on both heroes. Tar trying to run away, force the pop his BKB defensively. The pipe saving them from Neo, but Neo needs to be careful himself, getting stunned up by 1. He does have his Lincolns up, but now stunned. Needs to start morphing strength, but maybe he's gone a little bit too deep. Firefist trying to get in aggressively, morphing to the wrong hero. He can't morph back. He's gonna die. Snapped. Getting in onto Nubels too. Nubels gonna die too. They have buybacks for the cancel. Popping a 3rd hero, and now a great 2-man stun. Blood Right, sacrificing the Bladed Twins. Root Toot, gonna die too, trying to TP away. Does he get this? No, he doesn't. All 5 dead, slaughtered by LSC, just way too deep. Neo thinking he's got those 2 lives still. He must have. Otherwise, why go in so deep? Why go in so far when there's so much at risk? They do force that Nyx Assassin buyback, but they lose everything of their own, and are likely to be forced to buy back on at least a few of their heroes. Getting these BKBs timed down, I guess you could say. But yeah, they're gonna have to buy back, or they're going to lose a lane of racks, possibly 2.
Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation.
20 seconds, and this is the time you really don't want to buy back because you're so close to respawning. I think you honestly they probably just let this go, but Nyx with the Ags. Centaur buying back 2. Blood Rage stolen, doesn't get the blood right, and Nyx is able to vomit out spells from a million miles away thanks to this ward that they've got there. Centaur gets a stomp onto 2 heroes. Perhaps he doesn't know that there's a second hero there. He's got his Blade Mill, might want to pop it as soon as he can. Hemorrhage onto him. He hasn't used that Blade Mill just yet. I'd like to see him use it, but Miss going to die. That's a dieback for him. Firefist now standing in a very dangerous position. They know where Nyx is. Neo getting stunned, not able to follow up, and Firefist stranded. A hook shot, just hit 1. Is that a big hero that they want? They do get that sniper. They get buyback on a couple of their own heroes forced out. So still very much in favor of LSC. Roshan not up for at least a minute and a quarter, or a minute and 10 seconds.
Illusion.
Basher queued up for this Bloodseeker. I think Firefist has so much HP now that he could honestly probably just Blade Mail and run around with the Bloodseeker ult on him. Especially when he's in a position where he can just run back to his base. I don't know that would have killed the blood, of course, but... Neo now actually queuing up a Manta instead. Needs to be able to get out of that silence. I really, really like that decision. It's more agility. The Scotty, of course, will be great when he can get it, but right now, I think he just needs another defensive item. Speaking of defensive items, Lotus Orb going to be the next objective choice for the Centaur Warrunner. Nubles catching up a little bit now. His Ag's finished. He actually got a fair amount of net worth coming in. Going for an Octarine next. The Nimbus going to add a lot of damage to these fights. A DD rune spotted. Roshan not up yet. We'll know his respawn in about 10 seconds. Both teams getting 2 bounty runes. And Neo with a DD rune going to discourage any fights, I think. Just look at that damage. 500 damage. Oh, the hook shot. It catches the blood. He doesn't have any way to force himself out. Just going to get right-clicked to death by Neo. Snaps going to try to survive, but he just can't. The damage Neo does with that DD, it's unbelievable. There's no buyback either on this Bloodseeker. Could this be the time that Red try to take high ground, but they deny a couple of their creeps. But just with the GD, just look at this tower. There's no fortification either. They're going to lose very possibly a lane of racks here. Red with that DD rune, that very fortunate DD rune, maybe finally able to break the base of stun coming out. They do have Ziggy's RP. He needs to get in there and get it. He has the refresher too. They got the melee racks. They're going to back off, content with that. Maybe try to find some place to engage on. But they want to be careful. They know there's the RP. They've definitely scouted out the refresher too. The double RP could be almost impossible to beat. And that range Drax almost dead. One more push and that'll be it. And now Red can get shrines, dragging that gold lead back in their favor. It's been a largely LSC game, but after that one pick, things could begin to change, and Roshan up in just 60 seconds. Now going back for that Eye of Scotty, not saving for buyback is risky. I don't know if it's worth the risk unless you have like 2 lanes of racks. But, you know, maybe they're counting on getting a Roshan him very, very soon, and they'll have that opportunity in about 30 seconds if they can scout it out, and they're keeping rockets to scout out that Roshan, and it looks like Clockwork is going to have a Scythe soon. That's going to be scary once he's able to hookshot Scythe somebody. And what's worse, I think, for LSC is that the Bloodseeker, like, they don't have too much longer on these BKBs. Oh, a hookshot hits Lich, and goodbye, my friend. A very simple pick-off. But if they scout out that Rosh, one that could lead to a Roshan, and now only 1K for LSC as they've struggled in these last few fights. And really, I think the biggest difference is where the support clock is versus the Nyx and the Lich. A Basher done on blood means if he gets on somebody, it can be very, very hard to shove off.
Regeneration.
Mist also queuing a Lotus. They want to get a couple of those, and I think the first one on the way on the Crow. And well-timed Lotuses can just doom that Bloodseeker. They see Roshan. They want to get it. Lich not up for 15 seconds, running into the pit, morphing that agility to just try to bully this Roshan. The Manta Illusion is not quite as fast as it was, but still very, very fast. ult. They scouted heroes coming. They know where they are, but they need to be careful. There's still Ziggy. He does have an RP. Let's see, need to get into this pit. They don't want to give this away. Nyx Assassin going to scout, but there's a ward there. But the Nimbus, it spots him, it stops him, and the egg is picked up by Neo in time. Oh, Echo trying to get in there to steal it, but timing it all the wrong ways. And they do eventually stop that Chain Frost from bouncing, but now a minute until their Lich is up and another Aegis on this Morphling. And we saw how aggressively he played last time with that Aegis, and now he's not punished for not having buyback, although he does have just barely surplus for buyback. Wave forming forward, forcing that Lich buyback. Are they going to defend this? The big thing is this double RP. If they can get the double RP, then they can definitely win the fight. But before that, I'm not so sure. They have such a hard time pinning down this Morphling otherwise. And with an Aegis, he may have no fear when he's Bloodseeker ulted. He may just fight it.
Regeneration.
Do it with flair.
Nubel's still a bit behind on net worth, but I think has everything that he needs to really be have high impact, and just really that's just the Nimbus. Level 24 as well has that cooldown reduction. I imagine we'll go the Arc Lightning damage because he has an Aether Lens. That makes that spell do so much damage, more than doubling it. His bounty runes up, wards removed. Sniper shoving top, has a TP scroll, also has buyback, grabbing those bounty runes too. Bloodseeker has his buyback, so checking a peek at these buyback statuses, we see it on almost all the dire heroes except the Lich and only a couple Radiant heroes. Oh god, that damage, the shotgun! They're gonna force the Bloodseeker buyback before a fight even really breaks out. He's coming back now. Nubel's trying to find somebody, does zap down the Nyx Assassin. He can buy back too. But look at how low these dire heroes are getting. The Lich, he's gonna go down too. No buyback on him. A third buyback coming out for the Magnus. He hasn't got an RP yet. Root zoning the enemy heroes away from him, but it will cost his life. Or will it? He's so tanky. Nubel's trying to get in there to try to fight for his team. But look at that damage he's taking from the Sniper. It's just so much. And now Morph zipping forward, going on Tar. All that damage. And a BKB pop too from the Bloodseeker. He still has that Aegis. His Scotty is done. He's morphing up all that strength, keeping himself alive, but he will go down here, or will he finally going to die? Aegis respawning. Centaur has no Stampede, can blink forward, does get the stun onto one hero. Now they just run away. The long range Impale Fire Fist going to die here, gets shoved back into the base, but they do get a tier 3, just trying to TP out. Valiant effort, but not able to do so, and they get the ranged Drax at the bot lane, forcing several buybacks. For every hero on the Dire had to use buyback, and as a result, we now see Red, for the first time this game, having a lead. Uh-oh, Nyx, be careful. There's a lot of damage from these guys to take. 2 waveform charges, able to let him slip away, slip and slide away to the tree line. And with a full lane of racks claimed in the mid, and a half of a lane of racks at the bot, the lane pressure begins to mount for LSC. And now Red, despite an incredibly rough start, must be praising Neo for really, really helping them make this happen. And Nubel's also beginning to come back very, very well. But as these BKBs begin to time down, Bloodseeker's down to, I believe, just 6 seconds. The game gets harder and harder, especially as Neo sits on 4.5k gold, has surplus, can go for something like a Butterfly, but there are MKBs. Although I think as a Morphling, you just get the Butterfly for the stats anyway.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests. Radiant's bottom tower is gone with
Red
the wind.
just looking so strong now, and really by Red, I do just mean this Morphling. A Scythe finished on Root, who honestly has allowed Red to get to this point. I think he's really my MVP for this game. Root has played unbelievably well on this Clockwork. He's been involved in 24 kills, all but 12 of his team's kills. Really, like actually 2/3 of his team's kills.
Boom, there it goes.
Neo has no Aegis. I would really like to see a gem picked up here, though. Somebody on Red should definitely get a gem. And for no other reason than the Nyx Assassin. The shotgun not going to hit the right hero. Lotus Orb, discourage anything. And they're just going to try to slow siege this. They can clear waves incredibly quickly with Neo's damage on the Morphling. and they know that their waves are going to always be shoving in the other side on bot and mid, so that they can be here pretty relaxed, like not be worried about the side lanes, and then they can claim these shrines. And really, if they wanted to, they could wait for the next Roshan. I don't think they have to, but they could, especially knowing that there's no buybacks left on anyone on LSC. I would love to see someone get a gem. Namely, like Clock or Centaur really should pick up a gem. I'm kind of this the school of thought that every team should have a gem, but like around like 30 minutes on, just to get rid of enemy vision and like secure map control, if for no other reason than that. TPing bot to try to get that split push on, trying to cancel that TP, but just barely gonna miss it. Bloodseeker needs to be careful. He's got his Abyssal Blade, but if he's not careful, Neo could blow him up. Although he's rather tanky. He'd at least force the BKB. Crawling towards the 50-minute mark, and late game rolls around, and we see Red with the advantage on just the one front. The Bloodseeker ult coming in now. They're going after Neo at the bot lane too. And just with that Blade Mail, trying to harass Snapped. The BKB pops by Tar after Noobles. Noobles trying to get away from this guy as fast as he can, but just taking so much damage. The Shrapnel vision lost. And Shrapnel, oh, jumping in. That was an amazing hook shot, incredibly long range. Aegis are they going to be able to get anything else in immediate silence, but the Lotus Sword purging it off. Nyx hiding in the trees. They don't really see this guy. Now they do. They have some wards down to spot him. And oh, BKB popped by this Bloodseeker. Are they able to get away from this guy? They get the Lotus Orb onto the root, but it doesn't matter. The bash coming out from Snapped, able to kill him. And a really hectic fight, but only Rubik dying. Let's see, with this much gold, I mean, we'll see what he goes. I like the idea of Butterfly just for agility. Uh-oh. Fire Fist is very, very tanky. And now a blink from Aegis should spell his doom. A great stomp. Can he blink away in time? And he does. I think he TP's out of this. And Neo shows up. Yeah, Pest Control destroys him. Oh, Neo, he has that hookshot coming in. They baited this blood. He's got no BKB. He's trapped in here. Snapped. Gonna die. No buyback for 2 minutes. My apologies.
Not what you expected?
But with with him dead for 2 minutes and Nyx dead for 90 seconds, I don't know if there's anything they can do to stop this push. Most of their stun, most of their control is the Nyx and the blood. The silence and the stuns coming out from those two heroes is practically all that they have besides that RP. This Magnus, Ziggy, no pressure, but it's up to you to get the biggest RP of your life. Oh, Invis Neo zipping forward. The shotgun gonna get disjointed by Ziggy's blink. Fortification. Shrapnel, they're trying everything to slow this down, but this tower, it will die. The question is, do they continue pushing? The bot racks also getting very, very low. Morphling just TPing down there to get that as they have a giant wave of creeps. And Firefish, just the return damage and a hookshot on Tar. The instant hex, the bolt, the damage isn't going to be enough. He dies. He's got no buyback either. That's a minute without their blood and 2 without their sniper. This could be the end. Buyback coming out from the Lich. Mega creeps on the way, though. Will these two heroes by themselves be able to defend for 36, no, 49 seconds? Red, after an incredibly rough start, LSC, it looked so promising. Meg is now marching in just a few seconds. That first wave will be coming in. And without buybacks, I just don't know if LSC can survive this tier 4 starting to fall. Firefish tanking the wave, an army of creeps. Not even the fountain is safe. And Red appear to be the Ad2l Contender League champions unless something absolutely incredible happens. There's no fortification, and Morphling just beating down on this Ancient 3-0 in favor of Team Red. LSC fought valiantly, getting better every game, but it just was not enough as LSC lose the grand finals to Team Red, who have now claimed, I believe they've never dropped a series throughout the Ad2l, even in the group stage, even in best of 2s, have now walked their way through the contender division and managed to claim the grand prize. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. I do apologize. It was a little shaky here and there, but I'm glad that you for those of you who stuck around. And I want to thank the first panda for giving me a tip or a cheer. I don't know what it's called. I never got one before, but it's exciting that I got one. So thank you so much for doing that, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the cast, and if you did, please follow. I'll be trying to cast a bit more as my school term starts to wind down, and I have a lot more free time to do it over the summer. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it, and congratulations to Team Red for their victory 3-0 over LSC.